What up, folks? I'm back once again reviewing another video game, and I'm reviewing the Konami game, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and it was released for the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. In this particular game, it's a two-player co-op run and gun, and the premise of this particular game is that a mad scientist by the name of Dr. Tongue pretty much made different types of monsters and zombies and stuff, and he unleashed them all over, like on different suburban cities and everything. And these two kids, Zach and Julie, pretty much saw the zombies attacking their neighborhood. They decided to do something about it. Now with this game, if you're playing it on one player, you can pick either one of them, or you can, with the two-player option, you can pick both Julie and Zeke. Now, to be truthful, I'm not aware of any like specific strengths or weaknesses that each of them have, but I think that's even if that is true, you have a lot of weapons to pick up through the course of the game. Now, you start off with like a Uzi water gun. And then you go through like the course of each level, you collect like extra ammo for the water gun. You can pick up bazookas, weed whackers, fire extinguishers, exploding pop cans, popsicles, tomatoes, silverware dishes, crucifixes, and flamethrowers. And pretty much these are not your traditional weapons in a run and gun type of game. But I'm not like complaining about that. It's really like I really like that aspect of it. Konami went with something particularly different with the weapons, you know. And like what you have to do to complete a level is pretty much like rescue as many of your neighbors as possible from the zombies before the zombies kill them. And once you rescue all of them, a door pretty much appears, and you pretty much leave the levels, the particular level that you're on, and you get a bonus based on how many people you pretty much rescue. I don't know what type of monsters you fight, but the basic one is pretty much the zombies. Of course, the Zombie Ate My Neighbors is the name of the game, you know. Plus, on each level, you find the keys to unlock a particular section of a level. It does help to find each and every key to complete the level. Plus, there are trampolines, so you can hop from one spot to another. Mainly because you don't jump in this particular game, which is, I'd say it's not like necessarily new, because Super C had a couple of levels where you couldn't jump. So but Zombie Ate My Neighbors is the first one that I'm aware of that you can't jump at all without the assistance of something, you know. And as far as the graphics and level design, the graphics are really good, and it has really colorful sprites in the game. And one thing about the gameplay that's good also, but I think that the Super Nintendo version has the advantage over the Sega Genesis version because of the design of both controllers. And the soundtrack is pretty excellent too. You know, I can honestly say that it's like it pretty much fits the game, you know. But like it seemed to me like some gamers would complain about the difficulty, but the thing about it, a lot of the Konami games, even with the ones I play, are not known for their not known to be easy, especially with games like Castlevania 3 and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES. Well, one thing I can honestly say is that It has some quirky, dark humor, which is something that's not seen in a lot of the Konami games, like back then. But I think it was like a nice addition to the game. Another thing that was a nice addition was the fact that you bring up a map by pressing a button. I know for the Super Nintendo version, I think it's the left the R trigger button. And it's quite possibly the C button on the Genesis version. If anybody that played the Genesis version, let me know which button it is, so I won't be talking on the side of my neck. With that, but in truth be told, I would say that Zombie Ate My Neighbors is pretty much underrated in my opinion on the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Mainly because when you take a look at the list of games that's on both systems, both systems do have a good list of games. You know, like with Genesis, you got like Altered Beast, Sonic, Streets of Rage, and stuff like that. And on the Super Nintendo, of course, you got Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Castlevania 4, stuff like that. So that's pretty much the main reason I say that Zombie Ate My Neighbors is underrated in terms of system is concerned. It is also underrated in terms of the list of Konami games. Like, let's face it, you have a lot of classic games that Konami has made. Contra, Super Seed, the Castlevania series, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. So, with the list of Konami games and the list of games that appeared on Super Nintendo and Genesis, it was pretty much overlooked, in my opinion, like I said. With that being said, I would definitely give Zombie Ate My Neighbors a 9, because it has no over-glaring, like, gripes. And plus, like, the difficulty in this game is, like, known among people who play either the Genesis version or the Super Nintendo version. But nonetheless, Zombie Ate My Neighbor is a certified classic. With that being said, if you played Zombie Ate My Neighbors and liked it, and if it's one of your favorite games, you can mention it in the comment section. Don't hesitate to click the like button if you like this particular review. Don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, signing off.